What if you could build the custom software, the internal tools, and the automated workflows that your business desperately needs? All of this without hiring a single developer. Today, as of today, that is no longer a hypothetical question, and I'm going to break down exactly how to use it in today's video. One thing I really want to make clear is I could talk all day long about the hype, what other people are saying about it, but that would mean that you would be slow in actually implementing it. This video isn't about telling you why you should implement it, it's about how you can implement it. For years, the biggest barrier to business, especially here in Australia, is not because of a lack of ideas. It is because of the technical bottleneck of actually implementing these ideas. The immense cost, the slow timelines, and the translation of something complex, a complex business need, into code. And today, I'm not here to talk about a new model release. Here, I'm talking about a fundamental shift that has happened, led by Anthropic with their release of Claude 2.1 and Opus 4.5. These models have made that technical bottleneck I talked about earlier absolute. This isn't just better ChatGPT for coding. I'm going to be telling you 3 ways that you can implement it effective immediately. First, we have to talk about the numbers. We have to talk about the stats. Let's look at the economic shift. The new Opus 4.5 model, according to Anthropic's own numbers, is 66% cheaper than its predecessor. As you heard me right, 66% cheaper than its predecessor while being vastly more intelligent. But the real story is the new effort parameter. We can tell the model precisely how much more to think. And at a medium setting, it can achieve the same results while using 76% less tokens. Okay, so what does all of this mean for a business owner? How is this practically effective for you? This means access to senior engineer level of intelligence and problem solving is no longer a 6-figure investment. The cost barrier to high-level custom development has effectively collapsed. Next up is the dawn of instant prototyping. The bottleneck of time is effectively gone.
One of the main problems with Claude Code is that it runs in the terminal and it's not very visual. To solve this exact problem, there is this plugin which is called Claude Canvas, which allows people and especially business owners to save a lot of their time by scheduling business meetings, scheduling emails, writing emails, all of those tasks that you have. It can all be executed in a visual format where you insert all your information, which you can see in this demo. Huge props to David Siegel for making this completely open source. In order to access this, you just need to follow a couple of requirements, having tmux and bun. The reason that this is great is because if you're a macOS user, then this is going to allow Claude Code Canvas to run a lot smoother on your device. So if you're a macOS user, I would highly recommend using it. Again, just a couple of requirements. I personally would use Bun and Apple Terminal.
Now let's hear what early enterprise founders have to say about this new update. Users like Rakuten have reported cutting their feature time to market from 24 days down to just 5, and that is a 79% reduction in the time it takes to bring an idea to life.
One thing I do want to note is while this was reviewed by Claude, they haven't officially released their exact setup. Well, I'm definitely going to update you if we ever get any information about their exact setup in the future.
With what developers are calling vibe coding, a non-technical founder can now describe a complex application complete with a database, user authentication, and billing, and have a functional 20,000 line code base built effectively overnight. The cycle of idea to MVP has effectively compressed to the smallest possible level. What used to take months now just takes a couple of hours. And third, and this is the most profound shift, which is the rise of the Agentic Operating System. We're moving past using AI as a simple assistant. With new features like for context and hot reloading of custom skills, we can now build what I call an agentic swarm. Imagine a single foreman AI that manages a team of sub-specialized agents. One agent's entire job is to watch your competitors' marketing. Another enriches new leads into your CRM. A third triages customer support tickets. They work in concert completely autonomously. Using a protocol called MCP, these agents can now live outside the chatbot. They can read your strategy documents in Google Drive. They can update project tickets in Jira. and send alerts to your team on Slack. It's no longer a tool that you use, it's a central nervous system that runs your business operations. Since this video is purely about being practical, I'm going to talk about the one thing that a lot of people miss about this, and this is going to help you strip off all the fluff and actually talk about how you can implement this and what potential risks that they can be, because there's always downsides to everything. After hearing all this, the temptation is to dive in yourself, and I totally agree, you should do that and you can do that. Anthropic has made Claude Code more accessible than ever, with 9 different access points all the way from web UI to mobile apps. But this is the new paradox for business owners in 2026. The gap between what's possible with these tools and what's practical for a business owner to implement has never been wider. If you want more information about that, make sure to check out my pinned comment and my description. Building a truly reliable, secure, and efficient system requires architectural thinking. It requires mapping your business processes, designing the right prompt harnesses, for example. It means configuring MCP plugins and managing context windows to be both effective and cost efficient. Trying to DIY this is like trying to build a skyscraper just because you bought a new powerful crane, for example. Yes, this is an incredibly powerful tool, but a lot of the times business owners can really lack the blueprint on how to execute this long term, not something that breaks within a week. If you're ready to move past the technical bottleneck and build a truly 2026 ready business, make sure to click my link in the description. It will have a completely free AI systems blueprint so that you can map out what you actually need and what you don't need and how to actually implement all of these things. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to number 1, hype it up, number 2, check out all of my different social media platforms, and number 3, comment down below what you personally thought about this, particularly with how this actually is working for you and your business.